right, there's the beep. This is Addison coming to you from the shop community space. I'm here with Mr. Floyd from Coats Erwin Middle. And real quick, this podcast is sponsored by Move Chiropractic. I reckon y'all are tired of the insurance companies telling you what hurts and what don't. They must have got schnookered off a few too many brewskis, for crying out loud. Tough tomatoes and government cheese for them. We make things simple here at Move Chiro. We'll work it out, and then we'll work it out. And don't worry, we're not too spendy either. Located at 149A Logan Court, Andrew. You can also find us at www.movechironc.com or drop us a call or text at 984-355-3587. If I had my druthers, I'd drop Dave a text. Give us a call. Move Chiro. Now the plug is done. We're back here with Mr. Floyd. Mr. Floyd, you are the science teacher, correct?
Well, it's not really science. I fall under the column of career and technical education.
Okay.
And then what I teach is what I consider the STEM lab.
Okay.
Or they'll consider it the careers lab.
Okay.
With that.
So kind of like how they used to have auto shop and wood shop.
Right. So think of that, and then they just pull a bunch of careers together and pull it all in one place.
Okay. And I mean, what kind of careers are we talking about here? So
you're looking at, 7th and 8th grade students, they get the opportunity to do this. And you're looking at anywhere from veterinary medicine to intro to culinary arts to cosmetology to home maintenance to welding. There's a VR welding.
Wow.
That we've got in there. It's a cool simulation.
VR welding. Okay.
Yeah, VR welding. So you have like the welder's mask on, and you put the phone in, and you get the setting set up, and then you have a couple blocks that are there, and you got 3 different settings with the blocks. And I mean, you look at anything from your speed to your drop angle, and as you do that welding, it will come out in the end and give you your results. And so you have automatic feedback that comes right back to you to be able to improve for the next go around.
That's not fair. Okay.
That's how they get practice now.
Working in the body shop, didn't know how to weld a dang thing. And Daryl's like, yeah, you need to weld that. Okay. So I don't know. I think that's kind of cheating the kids. I mean, that hot metal falling down the back of your shirt. I mean, that.
Hey, you have to blame Miller Education for that one.
Dang it, Miller. But so Bain is actually a big advocate for teacher appreciation, which we are as well. And he's helped out with, selling our awesome sugar-free teas to the teachers, helping the students to actually make the teas for the teachers. What is your long-term goal with that? I mean,
Well, I think, it's interesting. I haven't necessarily thought as much long-term with it as it is, what can we do to make an impact in the community? And so we got, kind of a little backstory behind it, we got the lab set up. I learned about it in July. When I was coming back from Asheville, my principal called and said, hey, by the way, your curriculum's changing. And the first thought I had was, well, this is normal. I mean, I'm kind of getting used to this by now. Of course, you get comfortable with something and then go through. So did that, went to a workshop in September. And when I went to that workshop, the first thought I had in my mind was, okay, well, now I'm going to teach keyboarding. I'm going to teach coding. I'm going to add this in there. It's like, oh, well, y'all set me up for failure. Hated that workshop.
Ooh.
I mean, was probably the biggest jerk you could find. Like, just looked at everybody and said, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. They even put it in November. They installed the lab, and I still kind of looked, and I'm like, well, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. And this is, I then learned at that point, oh, you're just teaching this lab for 7th and 8th grade. It's like, well, that's better. I sit down and have the meeting, look at that. It wasn't until the kids got involved that they were like, okay, this is kind of cool. I started to sit back and it's like, okay, if the kids enjoy it, I'm going to enjoy it. Fast forward, and we'd already had started the tea runs, and, it already done pretty good. 10 to 15 teas, every other week that was coming out to teachers, and something that they had done previously, but we were able to get All Good and Healthy involved. And
we appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And so then the cycle comes through, and I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, okay, watch y'all make the teas. It's like, why can't the kids do something like that? And sitting here getting a tea that, one random morning, sitting there getting a tea, and I was like, now wait a second, like, what can we do to get Brittany to the school?
Right.
And get Brittany to school. Brittany is like, how can we transfer this over? And she just right there. And I was like, well, I just take this, and you need a crock pot full of warm hot water. And it's like, let's try it. So just out of nowhere, we tried it. And because the kids were making it, I sent an email the Monday before and said, I need your help. That was the subject line. I need your help. Said, I'm trying something different. We need some orders to be able to make it happen. And so what was normally then a like 10, 12 order, I told her, I was like, yeah, we'll probably have like 15. Try 30.
Yeah.
So we had 30 teas, and I went, well.
So if you came in that week and we didn't have your ingredients, it's his fault.
Yeah, I'll take the blame for that. I gave gave the heads up. It's like, hey, so Brittany, let's try 30. Like, I think we'll be busy. And experimented with it, and kind of like the theme of what's been going on with that lab is where I was like playing. And it's like, well, this could happen. It ran smooth as all. And so Brittany goes in there, and I mean, I think I turned away for a good solid 10, 15 minutes because they're just going back there, and you watch Brittany teaching the kids how to make these teas, but then the other kids were going out and hand delivering them to the teachers, while we had these sticky notes that were there as well as like, thank you for supporting us, and their name. And before you know it, that had grown through and gone there. 2 weeks later, we do a tea run and 25 teas. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
That's awesome.
And so it's like, I watch my Venmo go up. It's like, okay, it's gone up. And it's like, well, crap, I have to turn around and give that all back. Because it's something like, I don't make a profit. In fact, I think I actually lost money on it.
Oh,
and it's like, okay, that's great. That's fantastic. But then turn around and have 25 teas. And it's like, okay, like now we've given a couple $100 back to a local business that, you guys need to benefit off of. But now teachers are happy, and there's a service. There's a service that's happened. There's morale that's being boosted. There's something that they really enjoy. And then we turn around, do it again for the fourth 9 weeks. And idea sitting there one random morning, I was like, well, we did it for one school. What if we throw a couple others in there?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So we got Coats Elementary involved. We got Erwin Elementary involved. We got Triton High involved. And so what was a 30 teas, the last time turned to 57 teas that we made in 8th grade and part of 7th grade. Got to make them. I tried getting my 8-2 class to stop. And their version of stopping is, oh, here's another list. We'll keep going. I turn around 10 minutes later, 10 more teas have been made. It's like, stop. It's like, you're going to screw my 7th grade over. And I had to do something different with 7-2 because they had just kept going. With my second elective class, they just kept going with it. But we had made 57 teas and gotten teas dropped off to Coats Elementary, to Erwin Elementary, to Triton High. I had Brittany go to one school. I went to one school, and I had a health and PE teacher that was teaching right beside me. It's like, hey, man, you mind doing this drop off there? And he's like, oh yeah, I can go hassle the principal and
nice.
Go have a good time there. It's like, please do. It's like, you're doing me a favor. On the plus side, you can go give him some crap, and we'll be good.
Heck yeah. No, I think that's awesome that the kids dug into it, but the fact that it's not just us, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and so think about the impact too. So we did the tea run May 9th, and so having that, you turned around. And I asked for a favor for Teacher Appreciation Week was to, help go feed the staff. Another crazy idea. They'd come out and all this stuff. And I was like, well, we'll do a French toast breakfast.
Heck yeah.
It's like, we'll do a French toast breakfast. And the first thought I had was like, okay, that's great. How do I get this, and this? And I think I even walked around the grocery store and I put together a budget, and I was like, ooh. Yeah. It's like I just came up with a near $400 idea, and I need $400 to play with. And so then, because the tea runs are done, you were gracious enough to provide the bread, provide the sausage, which was the big stuff of it. Oh, by the way, the sausage is Lee's Fresh Market.
Oh yeah,
my word!
I mean, we were talking about it. You were like, we can just get some breakfast Johnsonville breakfast sausages or something like that too for teacher. I was like, no, this is for the teachers, man. And I'd actually never been to Lee's Fresh Market. Free plug for you. But I called him. I said, hey, I need 80 breakfast sausages. And he's like, well, when do you need them by? And, you know, she came out with a shopping cart full of, so I was like, holy crap, those things are huge.
Yeah, I can't imagine seeing from the shopping cart compared to what I saw just in the box and looking over. It was like, oh.
Yes.
Like, took that, like, sent a shot. My principal was like, oh, by the way, this is what we're cooking.
That was awesome. I think we needed 72, and I went ahead and ordered 80 because I had to try it out, and that was some good stuff, man.
Yeah.
I still got 2 of them at the house. I'm saving them. I'm gonna make them tomorrow, Sunday breakfast. You know.
That's actually okay. So we're on the same pattern there because we ended up with 10 left.
Oh,
so they've been
nice.
sitting in the freezer and they're defrosting.
Oh no.
So they're sitting there defrosting now, but I mean we ended up pulling off that so Lee's Fresh Market for sausages. You got the bread that we needed.
Thank you, Brittany, by the way.
Oh, that was Brittany. Okay, I didn't know that.
She did the legwork. She did the legwork. She braved the Walmart.
No, I had no idea. Okay, thanks, Brittany. But yeah, so we had that. I had a lot of the other ingredients already that was there to go make that. And then Meg, my wife, which, by the way, she teaches at the same school, can't get away with anything there anymore. Can't get away with anything. We went to Ogburn Farms, and we went and hand-picked the strawberries.
Nice.
For everything. So they ended up with, sliced French toast. We ended up with half a sausage, because we were trying to get cook time down just a little bit. We're trying to get cook time down, and then with strawberries. And so we ended up with a French toast breakfast sponsored by All Good and Healthy that we were with 1 electric griddle and 4 skillets. Fed the entire staff. Ended up feeding all of my 8-2 class. Ended up feeding most of my 7-2 class. And then I turned around, still had ingredients. We did stuff for 8-1, finished off the rest of the sausages, did stuff with 7-1.
Nice.
All that, did that all in an hour and a half time period for Teacher Appreciation Week to be able to give back to the community. So to kind of go back to the question you asked of what we're looking at long term, I don't know if it's as much looking at long term as looking at next year. Mm-hmm. We're going to try a fundraiser to get a gas griddle. Okay. So thinking like a Blackstone or a Weber, to have that. And so we have that. The impact on my students is we can showcase them.
Yeah.
But the bigger impact is within our immediate community, be able to have more ideas and have another fundraiser tool that's easy and accessible, but something that can help immediately with Coats Erwin Middle. So looking at, one idea, one of them our technology specialists had was a breakfast for supper. Breakfast for dinner is like, absolutely.
Who doesn't want breakfast for dinner?
Right? So you see, you have those ideas, but then there's different aspects and different avenues that we can go down. So thinking like, again, a $500-600 griddle with accessories to come with that, and the fundraising revenue it can bring in to help other aspects of the school, and essentially make it to what I'm looking at next year, which is a community area for people to learn, but be able to have that extension outside of the classroom.
Teacher appreciation, community, all of it.
Right,
It's
exactly,
awesome.
and have that come out of one spot and highlight the students, give the students an area to show that pride off, be able to do what they do best, which is helping others and being humble about it and showcasing their skills and what they've learned in the classroom to be able to have practical application.
That's awesome, man. And I couldn't be a teacher, so props to you, man. I'm sure I'd have some charges if I tried to be a teacher.
I just go have it. I have a good time, and it helps. I will say this: it helps because I was teaching in Wake County and moved from Wake County to Harnett County. Mm-hmm. It helps that Harnett County, for as small and, well, I shouldn't even say small, medium size as it is, that they give you really a lot of opportunities to be able to have like the autonomy, not over just your classroom, but the autonomy over your program, and to really support what you're doing. And something that's so different, where I'm so thankful with Harnett County that I can just go have fun.
Right.
I don't think of it as a job. I can just go have fun. I mean, again, I have a wonderful principal in Sharon Johnson over there, and Cynthia Swaim, who's the assistant principal, that allows just those opportunities. And I come with a plan, and it's more times than not, yes, let's go make this happen.
That's
and
awesome.
Do that and just let me have a good time and be me.
Do you have a name for this effort? We should come up with a name for this effort.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's the Community STEM Lab.
All right, the Community STEM Lab. If you are interested in donating to this, I'll put a link below. Showing appreciation for our teachers, community development, teaching these young kids something else besides what comes down from the Board of Education. And I miss anything?
No, you didn't. I'm working on a community list now to have some extra supplies of stuff that's there. But I think the big one we're going to be working on to try to get towards the first 9 weeks of school is really is the gas griddle, to be able to, again, give another different avenue for others to be able to fundraise, but for my kids to be able to have that extension out and showcase their skills.
That's awesome, y'all. All right, well, this has been the Shop Community Space, coming to you with Mr. Floyd here at Harnett County Schools, making a big difference for our community and teacher appreciation. Appreciate what you do, man. And y'all, Andrew, take care. Catch you next time.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir.